That rain will be heavy at times. In fact, so heavy that it is prompting a flash flood warning in two spots. You can look at the map behind me here. You can see down toward LaGrange. That's in Troup County, Meriwether County, the northern parts of Meriwether County as well, and it extends into Spalding County. That flash flooding is due to rain just training or moving in the same areas. Very heavy. You see the lightning strikes associated with it. Then it moves a little bit further off here toward the north and east, and you can see another little flash flood warning. This one a little bit longer now, just to the north of Norwood and Edenton, off of I-20 there. That's where we're seeing some flash flooding take place as well. This is all because of a warm front that's lifting up to the north. That warm front will continue to slowly lift northward, and so we'll see this heavy rain begin to push a little bit further off to the north as well. We've been having some heavy rain so far in the Atlanta metro area. Let me just get these warnings off here real quick and just kind of show you around the area that are right now. Some of the heaviest rain, heaviest steady rain has been over toward the east. You can see east of the Athens area right now where we have some very heavy rain coming down, indicated by the yellows and some of those golds in there. Even some of the reds, as you can see, is where we have the heaviest rain. A few lightning strikes here and there. Now, because we're seeing thunderstorms, it's not severe. To get a severe thunderstorm, we need the winds up to about 58 miles per hour or higher, and we're not seeing that with any of these thunderstorms. Those winds have been on the light side, and so we don't have any severe weather around, but we are dealing with at least some heavy rain. If you look at these thunderstorms, nice little cluster of them back toward McDonough over Henry County right now, down through Southside. We do have some heavy rain there as well. That's right along I-75 heading down toward Locust Grove. And then a little bit further back toward the south, over toward looks like Coweta County into Sonoya right there. You have a little cluster of thunderstorms there. Not causing too much of a problem, or at least I haven't heard of any reports. Not like what we saw this past weekend, where the winds in some of those thunderstorms were up to 60 and 70 miles per hour. We don't have that around at all. Just a few areas of thunderstorms, very isolated at that. Not like a line coming through like we saw over the weekend. You got some very heavy rain over toward the Carrollton area as well, in Carroll County, Bowden, up through Bremen as well. Buchanan, you got some very heavy rain coming down there, isolated pockets there. But then you get to places like Floyd County and Rome, where we don't have any rain at all. There may be some light drizzle coming down, a couple dots on your windshield. Over toward Canton, it has been light. Juneau and Dawson County, it has been light as well. Then you get further up toward the northeast, that's where you pick up and see some more of that heavy rain. So up in Rabun County, just south of Clayton, between Clayton and Turnerville, right now we have some very heavy rain, but you don't see any lightning strikes associated with it. That rain, or the moderate rain, will extend all the way back into Mossy Creek, into White County, south of Helen. That's where we have some moderate rain coming down as well. Toccoa, you got some spotty showers around. This is the way it's going to be pretty much through the rest of the afternoon and tonight. We'll see spotty showers. Again, thanks to that warm front that's lifting up to the north, you're going to get little waves that ride along that, and that's going to continue to keep the rain in our forecast. Again, we are under parts of our area under a flash flood warning, which will last. Let me get the information on the screen here for you as well as we talk about this. There we go. All right, so here's that flash flood warning I was telling you about, and we'll put the information on the screen there. Flash flood warning lasting until 2 p.m. For areas of Troup, Meriwether County, and that extends into Pike and Lamar counties as well, the northern parts of those counties. That flash flood warning typically is issued when we have heavy rain from a storm cell or from rain itself and starts to build back up onto the roadways there. You get a lot of We have a producer here that is from the LaGrange area and says a lot of roadways wash out in that area when you have rain like this coming around. So we'll continue to keep an eye on it for you. But cities down in that area would be like LaGrange, Griffith, Greenville, Sonoya, Hogansville, and Grantville. All in that particular area there. Have to be on the lookout for some flash flooding in your particular area. Doppler indicating that the rain is coming down fast and heavy, of course. And so that will last until 2 o'clock this afternoon. Flooding typically a slow developing type of system. But when we talk about flash flooding, that's when the rain comes down so heavy that it has nowhere to go and it just kind of builds back up on the roads. Good news with that, if we look at a little bit of good news, is that we do have the daylight hours now, and so it's a little bit easier to see how deep the water is. Typically at night you can't see that, but you got to be careful either way traveling, excuse me, through those areas if you're going to be traveling down here to the south. Now, a lot of lightning strikes associated with it, some of these storms that have been pulling through as well. Let me just stop this right now. We've had some of that rain pushing through the parts of the south, in particular where we have this flash flood warning here. This same area here that you see over toward McDonough now was what ran through where we have this flash flood warning now. So for LaGrange, Hogansville, up through Harrelson, up toward Griffith and Spalding County as well. But notice that doesn't extend into Henry County. But where we have the flash flood warning, and we've been seeing that rain train here over the last couple of hours. The thunderstorms were pretty intense as far as the rainfall and the lightning associated with it. As it moves a little bit further off to the north and east, we started to lose some of the lightning strikes, even some of the intense rain. So now over Henry County, the rain has started to lighten up a little bit. Not as heavy, I should say, as it was toward Harrelson and back toward LaGrange. And what's going to happen is, if you look back upstream from this, there's more of that heavy rain back behind it. So we got a nice little line here. You can see back toward Montgomery even. This is in Alabama here. But that heavy rain that continues to push in the same areas, which is, again, why you have that flash flood warning that will be in effect until 2 p.m. And it continues up here toward the north and east. And we have another area that's further off toward the east, headed into South Carolina, or towards South Carolina, where we have some more heavy rain. And so those have been more of the two intense areas. We'll start to see that begin to lift northward. That whole line really begin to lift northward a little bit later on this afternoon. So areas like Peachtree City, for example, may start to experience rounds of heavy rain. McDonough, you're getting some now up toward Conyers as well, and then eventually moving up toward the city. As we head into the afternoon, we'll be looking out for some rounds of heavy rain. So if you're going to be going out this afternoon, make sure you take the rain gear. Make sure you pack your patience as well, as you'll need to take your time on some of the roadways out there and assess the roads as you go because of the flooding potential. Those areas that are prone to flooding, we do have some of those areas around. A little bit of rain causes a little bit of flooding and some minor flooding in some spots. So if you know those areas, you want to stay clear of those and maybe just stay to the main roads, the higher roadways out there. Once again, radar showing the rain. Again, no severe thunderstorms have been around so far this morning. Again, to have severe thunderstorms, we need the winds to be in excess of 58 miles per hour, a little bit greater than that. And we saw that again this weekend. But with these cells that are moving through, the winds just have not been that high. And so we don't have any severe thunderstorms, but we have thunderstorms, which is dropping some pretty heavy rain. Eventually, again, getting up here to the north, you don't have it over toward the Rome area, up toward Dade Walker County. Your rain has been light so far, but again, eventually that moves up to the north. You'll catch a break here and there through the day. But at times the rain will come back. In fact, we're expecting that rain to stay in the forecast area at least through Wednesday. So when it's all said and done, you're talking anywhere from maybe 2 to 3 inches in some spots. So we still got a long way to go with this rain. I know you're sick of it, perhaps, but we still have a long way to go. Remember, you can get information, all your weather information, by downloading our 11 Live weather app. You can do so right there. Just go to the App Store, download it, and you get alerts pushed right to your phone. Stay with us through the day, folks. We'll keep you updated.